Welcome, Aries. This is Regina Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your September general reading. I've laid out the spokes of the horoscope wheel. I'll clarify with an African tarot deck, and I will finish off with an oracle card. I want to thank all of you who have liked, shared, subscribed, donated, commented on my channel. I thank you all for the support that you give me. I could not be here without you. And let's get started, Aries, with your overall energy for September. And we have the Four of Wands. This is a beautiful card of wish fulfillment. This is indicating that you are receiving the fulfillment of a wish. The 1111 card indicates that you are in divine alignment with your heart space and with what it is the world needs. The world needs your cultural, spiritual, and emotional stability, your desire to having a foundation for your growth, for your expansion. And you are in a process of leveling up in the sense of expanding to new terrains, new vistas, new horizons, new opportunities that may be far afield. In the 10th house, the way others see you, we have the King of Swords. This is also your service to humankind. The Ten of Swords is indicating your ability to facilitate communication, information, and discourse discussion. This is you in a position to document your experience, to record your experience, to quantify it in some way, and to complete a record so that what you are learning, what you have learned, what you are understanding, the process is available to more and more people who can access not only the discussion but your ideas. The first house is your perspective. The Seven of Swords has you really scrutinizing the motives of others, selecting the information that you receive at this time, recognizing that you must consider the source of information that you request, ideas that are coming to you, communication that you have with others. It's important that you select your battles. You select whatever terms you're engaging on, what your course of engagement is, because you are aware that all of those involved in this conversation, this discussion, are not as clear, as well directed, as well intended, as understanding, or as sincere as you would like them to be. So you are cultivating the ability to listen and not judge, but to select, to inspect the motivations of others as you consider the source of this information. The fourth house is your domestic environment, your family, your history. The moon is indicating a wealth of information that is unconscious. It is greatly mystifying what you understand or complicating the source of your roots, your ancestry, your family history. There are emotions and events and allies that are buried in records from the past. They may be anchored in the information from relatives. They may be gathered from those who have already passed. You may access this information in your dreams. This is a great time to keep a dream journal or to be journaling in any way that you choose, some way that you are documenting not only the events in your day, but the way that you're feeling about them, the information you're gaining. This is hidden truths. that you are trying to excavate through your efforts at gathering information, holding conversations, interviewing people, um, doing what you can to find an expression for these experiences. In the seventh house of significant others, we have the Seven of Wands, another seven. So here you are really clarifying your boundaries with all your significant others and all your significant endeavors. You are have carved out a space in your foundation, in your home, in your skill set that belongs to you. And at this time, you are exercising your right to speak up for yourself, stand up for yourself, defend your turf, and to be clear about what you can and can't give, what you can and cannot do. This is helping you to affirm the path that you're on and your right to tell your story, not the story of others. So I am feeling right now that this is a huge challenge for those of you that may be creative, particularly writers, in gathering information from others and putting it together in such a way that it reflects your ideas and your experience. The Seven of Swords in the first house is clarified by the Page of Cups in the second house and the Nine of Wands in the third house. Your creative, imaginative aptitude is really being stimulated right now. The information you're getting has you imagining, going into your emotional, unconscious, subconscious arena and really milking, mining, and cultivating, filling in the blanks for the information that may be missing, interpreting it through your own eyes, knowing that that is valid, and you are accumulating a lot of information. You've been gathering this information for a very long time. It has been difficult to achieve. Every piece of information has a story in and of itself, a journey attached to it. And interestingly, you are more dedicated to compiling this information than you have been before. You cannot give up at this point because you've gone so far. And despite the damage you've sustained, you are absolutely determined to complete this project, this document, this record. The moon in the fourth house is clarified by the Sun card in the fifth house and the Two of Pentacles in the sixth house. Well, the Sun card is indicating that you know you're happy, your happy place. You know what fills your soul. You know what gives you contentment. And in fact, it is the story of your family, the story of your tribe, your origin, your innocence, the resources that naturally occur to your community that give you happiness, that give you joy, that enlighten this perhaps unclear, mystical, mysterious connection that you feel with others among this group that you are devoted to recording. You are looking at your past very differently than you have looked at it before. And my sense is that this is about recording your past, documenting your past, telling your story in a way that once felt that all needed to be included, and now is increasingly clear that this is your story through your eyes in your own words. That can apply to any area, that need not be about a writing project. It can be about your experience at a job, in a project, with family members, in relationships. but you're clear now that it is about your experience, and it is your experience that elevates and coalesces all of this disparate energy, enlightens hidden, forgotten aspects of your experience. So that is the Seven of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Wands in the 8th house and the Empress in the 9th house. This is beautiful. You're definitely starting something new. You're starting a new project. You're doing it in partnership with others, and not necessarily in a formal partnership, but you're doing it as a shared resource with others. So this may be something that you have accumulated from the through others, and you have an intention of sharing that or reflecting back that experience to others. But again, it is you in your power. This project is bringing you into your power in terms of who you are and what you can do, your natural talents, your generosity of spirit, your power in recognizing that there is no wasted effort. Nature doesn't waste, and there is no waste in your story, in the story of this project, in this journey. So this new beginning is really helping you to coalesce your service, your purpose through this particular effort and project to document, record, or tell this story. The King of Swords is clarified by the Ace of Cups and the Hanged Man in the 12th house. Two aces is always a lovely, beautiful thing. The Sun card, the Empress, there is a lot here to celebrate. And I see this churning and careful ability to create from mysterious forces within you is really allowing you to bring this information into the light, to illuminate it with your thought, with your heart, with your desire to grow, to expand, to make this available to more people, and to recognize and record, document the flow of love and resources and life through your story. There is a need for you to step back in order to shift, allow this shift in perspective that is occurring to actually coalesce, to make itself available to you, for you to recognize the concrete obstacles to the completion, the execution of this project. And part of that is allowing yourself to observe yourself in various situations throughout this process, to recognize perspectives that have changed, perspectives that you want to change, and the lightness of being as you are infused with passion for this project. The clear opportunity not only to produce this work with support, but to make it available very broadly for people all over, a much larger community than your visible tribe. This is something that supports the world in some way. This is information that the world needs. So I'm going to finish off your reading, Aries, with a botanical inspiration. And I have pulled Forget-Me-Nots. Someone said, the best things in life are the people you've loved, the places you've seen, and the memories you've made along the way. The key word, eternal memories. This is very familiar, Aries. I believe you may have gotten this very recently for good reason. And I hope this has been helpful to you. Until next time, Namaste.